The Redelphine's Revenge podcast, starring the secretive Josh Davidson, the clandestine Caspar Hyde, and the shameful secret Max Bryan. Redelphine's Revenge would like to make clear its position in opposition of the bees. Oh, not the bees, not the bees. Oh, they're in my eyes, they're in my eyes. Arg, arg, blah. Hello, welcome to another RR podcast, where this week we've got some weird stories for you guys. There's some weird stuff going on in the news recently. But, okay, first things first, but we'd open in movie news. With Paranormal Activity 4 doing well at the box office compared to other films that have been released, but poorly compared to the other paranormal films, a lot of people have been saying that this might be the end for the franchise. But not so according to the NME website, which says that Paranormal Activity 5 has been confirmed for Halloween 2013. What do we think of this? I know.
Come on.
I liked the first three.
And the Paranormal Activity spin-off aimed at Latino audience is in the works too.
Aimed at Latino audience?
Go back up. Did you not see that?
Yeah, I kind of read that, but just didn't take it in. It's like...
Oh no! Ghost! Oh, that's terrible.
Bizarre! That's just bizarre. I mean, I actually kind of want to see that more than I want to see Paranormal Activity 5.
I'm interested.
Give me that. Just released the fifth one. But I didn't mind the first three Paranormals. I quite liked them. They appealed to me. That's my type of horror movie, I suppose. Particularly the second and third ones, actually, more than the first one, which isn't the general consensus on these things. But the fourth one, I can't be arsed with. And the fifth one, good God, like Casper says, let it die. Although, as I say, the Paranormal Activity spin-off aimed at the Latino audience, reportedly in the works, sounds awesome. I've got a sort of Casa de mi Padre thing planned out in my head at the moment, which is probably very racist.
I don't know. That's pretty awesome.
I haven't seen the movies actually.
I've seen the first one.
You didn't. You were disappointed.
You probably shat yourself.
Oh yeah, of course I shat myself. No, I wasn't terrified at all. I didn't find it scary. I just found it was a bit boring.
No scary children in it.
And Josh scares easily.
Yeah, apparently.
It's true, not apparently.
I don't know. It does seem like it's one of those things that you can't really go that much further. The whole size of it.
Yeah, I mean, there's only so many scares you can get out of it. So I think they probably did the maximum they could in the three films that they had, which were decent movies.
But now the Latino one.
But now the Latino one, hell yes,
that's completely
because that sounds gloriously silly.
Yes. And with that, we'll move on.
And with that, we'll move on to Casper's.
Yeah, well, Marvel apparently has announced a new comic for Thor, a comic series called Thor: God of Thunder, which will be released on November 14th. It's going to follow Thor in three different timelines. It's going to be about him back in the Viking Age, going on doing Viking stuff. This is back in this, he's still quite reckless and, vain and all that stuff. Then there's the present Thor that everyone knows and loves. And there's going to be future Thor, which will be King Thor, where he's king of Asgard. So that's kind of interesting. And he's going to his future version of himself lacks an arm and an eye. And he's going to use, the destroyer, the thing with the fireplace for a face. Yeah. He's using one of that's arms instead of his own arm.
That's pretty impressive.
So that's very cool.
I can see being cool.
Kind of like there's going to be a villain spanning all these three stories. I'm not sure how that's going to work.
It seems to be a thing with body modification in comics at the moment, isn't it? I mean, if you've watched our recent podcast, you'll know about the Joker's new face.
Yeah. What's going on? There seems to be a thing about that.
Which arm is it, left or right?
I don't know, it hasn't been specified.
But I don't know if it's his hammer arm.
We'll put up a image on the screen of this for you, but the illustration of Thor is pretty...
There are nice illustrations, but Thor looks like he's pumped up on steroids.
He kind of looks like he's a hot air balloon.
He looks like a real doll filled with boulders.
Yeah, he's constantly flexing, even when it's just relaxing, as shown in this image.
Little veins standing out in his arms, even he's fucking abreast.
Look at my arms, look at them! I am Thor!
No way that
God of blood veins!
Yeah, no way is that what a healthy human being should look like.
Well, it's not a human being.
Yeah, but still, a healthy
anything.
Yeah.
Should not have veins that stand out that prominently, that constantly. He must be constantly
dizzy and nauseous from blood just forcing its way slowly through his veins, pushed to his skin by his fucking muscles pushing at the skin.
Yeah.
You can sort of see why his arms are caught out then. I mean, if they're that big, it's
Yeah,
probably quite easy to...
the destroyer arm is probably an improvement.
Yeah.
Josh, what you got for us?
That's quite silly. Another silly one, but this, I don't know whether or not to take it seriously. This is from the Independent. One thing that makes me a little bitter about this, I suppose, is because it's directed at Xbox, and I'm a PlayStation guy. Here's the title for you. Xbox playing teens to be hired as spies. I'll go on.
100 people out there just shut themselves with glee at
Yeah.
the mention of that title.
Apprentice cyber spies will be taken on as intelligence agencies seek to harness the IT savvy talents of the Xbox generation. No.
I'm sorry, the IT savvy talents of the Xbox generation. What, just Xbox players?
I don't think it's just Xbox. I think it's a catch-all term. But
It should be PC players.
But
exactly.
They're the master race.
They're the ones
yeah,
that can
master
actually
race,
tap
yeah.
into the code and everything. They actually are IT savvy. I mean, I'm not being funny, but
Some of them.
Xbox players, PlayStation players as well. We're not fucking
I wouldn't
tech
call
geniuses.
Xbox players the most
Well, no.
intelligent.
No,
He's an
gamer.
Xbox player himself.
Well, this says it.
Well, that's because I got it cheap.
But even
There's an
William,
advert for you, Xbox.
even William Hague has gone far enough to support this, saying that
What?
the young innovators of this generation will be the thing that keeps us, safe from serious threats, because we're not at war, but all we keep having is cyber criminals and foreign actors with the potential to undermine our society and economic competitiveness.
Does William Hague even know what an Xbox is? Well, I believe that their Xbox is a spaceship of some sort.
It says here that the graduates are usually the first port of call, but now they're looking to overlook the qualifications and go for teenagers immersed in the worlds of social media and gaming.
Is there a stupider phrase that we're willing to overlook?
Yeah.
We're willing to overlook qualifications. Here at MI6, we're willing to overlook qualifications. It's not something you want to hear.
GCHQ, Secret Intelligence Service, MI6 and MI5. Recruits will have a 2-year training program which includes studying for a foundation degree in communication, security and engineering at De Montfort University in Leicester. Oh yes, it's a course.
A course in...
Wow.
So now, apparently, they'll have a valid excuse to stay up all night playing computer games.
Okay.
I don't know what it is.
Get off your Xbox, you're sitting on that thing all day. I'm saving the world in the future.
Yeah.
I'm fucking Jane Bond.
You know, in sitcoms and stuff, like, they've been making fun of this. Like, how it's a secret program in the game to make them the best players. But now it's actually happening.
I keep
What the
saying
hell?
it, we're living in Onion Land now.
Yeah, we are. And the thing is, what it sounds like is they want them because of the hacking ability, so they can counteract cyber attacks. Hello, Xbox players, hacking ability. No, you might as well recruit Anonymous.
Non-existent,
It
yeah.
doesn't work like that. I know little about programming, and I'd be no help at all about it. And I play PlayStation more than I care to admit. So, I mean, yeah, it might be wondrous to do a course in this if you want to be a spy, not if you're a fucking fat Call of Duty player.
I don't even know what's going on.
It doesn't make any sense, does it?
Well,
And it would make more sense if they were actually being recruited. Maybe make more sense if they were being recruited for the field for spy work. Maybe
Still
about
not
heightened
really.
sense of alertness and whatnot. But it's still
But not really.
intelligence
Yeah.
isn't really a strong point, and that's what they're looking for.
Yep.
So
Well, in brighter news, I just got some good news here. In Arrested Development, the new series that's coming out, the new season, I mean, Carl Weathers has just been confirmed to
Oh shit, yes.
get himself a stew going.
Carl
in the next
Weathers.
season.
I
So
love
so
Carl
that's
Weathers.
good news there.
Carl Weathers in that is
I
amazing.
know who this
Just
homeless
got
like. Oh, it's amazing. Right. Anyway, shall we
moving
move on?
moving
to
swiftly on to our wider news story, and this is where it gets weird.
This is it.
As you all know, Halloween's coming up, at least here it is. For the looks of things, it's already gone in come and gone in America. I don't know if we've got any American viewers, but I doubt it. But headline on Yahoo News is well, not the headline, but the first line of this report on Yahoo News is: a 9-year-old girl dressed in a Halloween costume has been accidentally shot by a relative who thought she was a skunk.
I love how it was a relative as well.
A relative who thought she was a skunk. The child, who was wearing a black costume and black hat with a white tassel, was shot outside a house in New Sewickley Township, Western Pennsylvania, where a Halloween party was taking place.
How do you mistake a 9-year-old girl
This
tall for a skunk this big?
I don't understand that in the slightest. I just... fucking skunk! And, I'm sorry. I know, okay, skunks aren't exactly the most desirable animals to have in your neighbourhood, but at what point is it? Well, this is the Americans, I suppose. But at what point is your first instinct to shoot it?
It seems like he was carrying
it. The stink will still stay there.
It seems like he was carrying the shotgun at the time, waiting for it to.
I reckon more's going to come out without not being libelous. I know literally nothing about anything, but. I wouldn't be surprised if there's more to this story than meets the eye.
What's more amazing about this is that she's actually alert and talking. She was shot in the shoulder, of all places. And yeah,
condition is still not known.
But she was, you know.
If she's alert and talking,
that's slightly good, you know.
Police said the girl was over a hillside when a male relative stood. Well, I've just got this image of this skunk costume being held up on a stick and just being poked over the top of the hill. I don't get it. I just do not understand.
So how long would she have been standing there for him to think, right, I need to go get my shotgun to shoot this skunk? You know, at what point could he have not realised it was a relative of his that's actually a 9-year-old girl?
Bobbing for apples just wasn't exciting enough this year.
Avoid the skeet shot. Oh my god, what is going on in this world at the moment? Things just seem to become weird.
Things just seem to become weird.
It's just... I don't get it. Ever since we started doing this...
Ever since we started doing the podcast, the world seems to have started to cater specifically to...
Gotten more and more crazy.
Yeah, it does. It's beyond belief.
I don't know what to say. I hope to God that something even bigger doesn't happen next week. I mean,
now you've said that.
I'd like to report on it.
It's going to happen.
It's going to happen.
William Hague is going to go back on his word. He's going to claim that all Xboxes around the world have been joined to make a supercomputer, which the terrorists are going to use against us.
I'm sorry to actually believe here that 2012 is the end of humanity. It's not no natural disaster. It's just from sheer stupidity,
sheer idiocy, sheer fucking idiocy. It's unbelievable, bloody fucking believable.
Yep.
And on that note,
it's
kind of for this one.
Empty now.
I think we've extended all our ire on this one. It's 15 minutes. But as usual, the link to the site is down there. If you're watching this on YouTube, follow us on Twitter. We should have some articles out on the site soon and a slight new look for the site. Obviously the comics will keep being updated. Don't forget to throw us a like or a subscribe here and on Facebook.
Validate us.
And we will see you next time.